you feel that you handed back to them, should have won it?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you can never take away from the opposition what they do, and their just desserts to the result of the game. But certainly, when we had ascendancy in the different parts of the game, we just couldn't get that separation. And that's as much to do with St Kilda's good play, I guess, but we just didn't maximise our opportunities when we had domination of the ball. They had a small window, they went through it, and that got them the result in the end. So, but I can't falter the contest that the players are providing. It really is a privileged coach in the group at the moment because of that attack to the contest. And, to be able to see that, we'll always keep trying to want to see that. So we've got to be heartened by that as opposed to disheartened in the end. But, a few errors just costing us at wrong times, just big errors that we're just making that are giving oppositions small windows or keeping them in it, and then they're getting their little bit of ascendancy and they're just kicking those couple of goals that we should be able to deny them. But anyway, that's what we're faced against, and it's the game's about 120 minutes or thereabouts, and we've got to make sure we finish off the game in its entirety.
Is it fair to say your problem at the moment is when you're in possession? Because when they're in possession, that's the best pressure I've sort of seen from your footy side in a while.
Yeah, we've been doing some work on our ball movement, and we'll continue to do that. But at the moment, our ball movement's probably our best form of defence at the moment. And that's what we've got to keep trying and reinforce and try to make better. So I think our way through those different scenarios when we do have the footy, and our uncontested marks were quite low, which just mean we didn't move the footy around enough. Kept them pretty low too, but we weren't able to move the ball around as much as what we wanted to. So it's something that we've got to be able to survive out there.
How far off is the skipper?
Oh no, he's still got a Perrier bottle in there. No, the skipper's only he play round 9. So he'll be right round 9. Get him back about that point in time. We can't get it any sooner. That's doctors say it's 8 weeks, so we'll live up to that.
One of the contested balls tonight, Bossy.
Yeah.
163, 158. The tackle count 75, 67. 3 weeks ago, someone said Brisbane was going to knock out a secure contested ball.
Yeah.
And you say you've got rocks in here. I mean, how proud of you of this young group you've got out there doing what they're doing at the moment?
Yeah, I can't fault. I can see them growing trust in one another because they just have an appetite for it. If you play against us, you know you're going to get a fight. So, and that's they're getting trust in each other to be able to provide that level of intensity. And we made some adjustments over the break just to make sure that we can try and give ourselves a better chance to be able to win a bit more contested footy. And I thought that if we sort of could match them in the pressure stakes and minimise and win our contested footy, that would be a big show tonight, and we were. But there was just a couple of little parts to our game we just needed to tidy up and minimise those errors, as we said. Get our ball movement that little bit better. That can be the small percentile difference that makes a difference for us winning games by 13 points as opposed to probably losing them by an average about 8 or 9 points that we've lost our games by in 3 games.
The third quarter, when you're in control of the game, especially at the end. Nornberg missed, I think. Jack Reed missed. Cornelius, I think, missed another one. Was that window of opportunity?
Yeah, third quarter was it.
You just didn't take it.
Yeah, third quarter was it, and we just didn't take it, and they did. They were able to stay in strike distance of us, and then through the fourth quarter there, when they started to raise the pressure, they were able to score, and that just gave them enough buffer towards the end of the game to give them enough.
Louis didn't dot them, but the selection with Brock and him going forward.
Yeah.
I mean, if he kicks straight, he wins you the game.
Yeah, it was only a snippet against Melbourne where you sort of thought, well, he looks all right going forward, and I don't think it's going to hurt Louis in his long-term development. The fact that we know that he can go forward and do something like that. He had a just about game. It was that close from having an absolute ripper, but just rushed a couple of times and. But knowing that he can go there and play forward, that gives us another strength throughout the season. So, and also a strength for him, knowing that as a ruck he can go forward and do that for us. So, yeah, he's working into some reasonable form, as a lot of our other guys are. They're actually playing pretty well individually, but just as we said, we've got to finish off the game as strong as we possibly can right through the whole game, as opposed to just giving them little windows, which we're doing at the moment.
What's how important is it for a player like Daniel Rich to play 50 games as he has and continue to develop?
All those guys that category fit in. We've got a bunch of I guess if you want to call it I think it's the 09 class, they're all sort of hovering around that 30 to 50 game range now. So, for them to be able to merge in that midfield area together, I think is pretty important. I mean, that was written about, I know, in the record today, but that's it's important that that group emerges together. So the fact that they're getting games, Polak, play games. Good to see Tommy Collier come in and play a fairly handy game for us. That's what we've sort of wanted to see from him over the last 3 or 4 years. So the fact that he can emerge in that role is going to be pretty important for our future development as a team.
How big did you think Daniel Merritt was tonight? Bearing in mind, I don't know if you're the records, but he created a record.
He was huge. Yeah, he's massive. He's in as good as form as I've seen him or had my time here as coach. He's very fit, very strong, and I think he's just growing in confidence as the season's going. So he's pretty tough to beat at the moment.
What's he like? I don't know if he complained, but he did mention that the ground was pretty wet tonight. I'm surprised that they might have watered it. Any thoughts on water on the ground?
It's called humidity.
Any other thoughts other than humidity?
That is. That's what it actually is.